Okay, I think we are live in five, four, three, two, and one. So, you should have got a notification on your phone to say that we're live. It's your boy Michael Hardin of Blockchain Sensei. And well, we know the markets have been a bit of a bloodbath. We're going to cover that in a little bit more detail tomorrow. But first, let's do the disclaimer. I've obviously got Dom with me to my left-hand side. Say hi, Dom.
Hello.
So let's do this disclaimer before we get into it. Hoping to wrap this one up in 40 minutes. I know these can sometimes run over a little bit, but I think the market's only in one direction today, so it should be nice and easy. Okay, so disclaimer. So all content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes, and it should not be considered as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets, place any trades. Please do your own research. Our content is intended and should only be for use for informational use only. It's very important to do your own analysis before making any investment, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor or independently research and verify all information you may find on our show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investment comes with risk. Please do your own research. We're not financial advisors and do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we are working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. If you're unable to mitigate the risk, please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's just stop the share and restart the share to make sure that it's working.
No, you share your screen. Don't share the specific one.
Can you share the specific one? I'm not going on the internet. I'm just going on this. Okay, cool. So let's start where we always start.
You're not gonna go
the majors?
Look at CoinMarketCap and stuff.
No.
No. Okay, fine.
Okay, so we're looking at the majors. What we're going to do from here is obviously go to the weekly first and see what is cracking. So first things first, we can see that we've bounced off quite nicely off around the 702 mark on the VTI. We're coming back up now. So last week was a bullish week, as we saw bounce back in some of the major stocks. Facebook started rallying a little bit after getting massacred the week before. Overall, the RSI looks nice. Moving averages, we can see that it's literally resting perfectly on this moving average right here. We just mark this in.
What one is that?
The 200. So the big thick pink one is the 200. Let's change that thickness and put in.
Not the top is quite close to the other two.
So the other one is the 100 and the orange one is the 50. So we can see there is a potential rejection just here by these two moving averages. So this week could be more bloodshed in the water for the stock market. However, if we break past these two moving averages, expect the markets to at least keep on storming up to potentially the previous highs of before. The VT, similar kind of thing, just broken past that.
Oh wow, yeah, but look at that downtrend.
Yep, so there's a downtrend here, so we could be about to slapped straight back down. So again, it's a bit of a weird time. We can't really tell what is going on. If we look at the S&P, so there was a gap here that we can see we've just filled. If we go to the daily, we'll see that a little bit better. Yep. Oh wow. Yep. So we jumped above this gap. We were actually planning to short this, so we can see we're shorting this from, what mark is that? From 3891. Let's just make sure that's 3891. Yep, from 3891 down to 3587. We're going to be running a short on that one. Let's just take the moving averages off and go back to the weeklies. Okay, so again, we can see we would expect the S&P 500 to fill this gap that's here, hit this here, this downtrend, and start coming back down again. You can see we've got two short trades there. If that does happen, we're making money on the way down. So let's go and have a look at the VIX, because that was a bit of a weird thing. We did have this trend line here that we was obeying, and then we broke through it and it ruined it. And then the market just decided to spike up, as we saw. But now it's come back down. So let's look at this on the daily. We might get a bit more of a clear understanding. So yeah, here it is.
Oh,
so you
look
can
at
see
the double top as well.
it bounced off here. Look at that resistance there, and it's come down. And now we're getting these highs in the market because the VIX, we know the rule of the VIX. Whatever the VIX does, the markets do the exact opposite. So if the VIX is up, then the markets are down, and vice versa. So we can see that we would probably expect the VIX to hit this level here, where we've got this nice 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. So 2161 is a key level for the VIX that we've got to pay attention to. If we get to 2161, if we don't bounce back up from there and the market starts pulling back again and going down again, then yeah, it's going to be a pretty bullish ride. But if we look at this RSI, this is kind of suggesting that we're going to spike up. So suggesting probably come back down here and then bloodshed in the markets for a while. Just going to make sure that this is actually going out on YouTube live, just in case, because that'd be a bit of a shame if it wasn't. Yep, it is. That's all good. Okay. So let's look at the dollar index, because that affects absolutely everything. The dollar, the value of the dollar has gone down. It's so mad because
it was so high up.
It was so crazily high up, and I did keep saying that it's due a pullback. That is on the game. Me saying that it's due a pullback because look at the RSI.
It's on the FX.
No, remember I had trades on this.
So did you trade it down?
No, I had trades and I got taken out.
Oh, why?
Because I timed it in the wrong place.
Candlestick.
So you look here. I had a short trade on this and it got taken out. But the dollar is now coming down in price. However, if we look at this RSI and this support line here, it's a key level here, I'd say. So, but again, I would probably say the dollar would come down to here, this area here, where we've got this green dashed line. Moving average would probably be back down there again. So around the 104 mark, would expect that to come down. But nonetheless, it's come down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of that. So that's always good for stocks and the market. So being as we've looked at those, let's go. We're looking at the bonds now. So 10-year bonds have come down again, almost exactly to the Fibonacci level, the 236. So again, another great reason for that to bounce up. It's again touching the moving average. So all the signs are in at the moment, fundamentally, for the markets to get slapped and to start coming down, because the bonds would go up, the VIX would move. So again, look at that on the 10-year bond.
So when bonds go up, markets go down.
Yep. And then if we look at the Dow, however, has now filled this gap. So I think, did we have a trade on that one? We was trading the Dow for most of the week. As you can see, we traded this up here. We traded that short down. We should have traded this gap because we saw it there. But we was just a bit unsure because of this breakout. So it was a bit of a tricky one. But yeah, I am expecting now this to come back down and fill these shorts here. So blood in the markets one more time. I'm going to be expecting this week on the Dow and the S&P, and then finally the Nasdaq. Not too clear. Let's go back to the weekly first. Weekly, that candle is very strong. And again, got a moving average sitting right here and a resistance line sitting right there. Nothing too clear on that apart from the moving averages. Oh, yeah. Oh, good spot. So we know what happens with gaps. They usually get filled. So that means this needs to get filled to the downside. So that would suggest that at some point, wherever this is now, and if you did it, yeah, that would suggest this would come down from here and fill this gap. So that is a good call, Dom, on the NASDAQ. Let's do a short play, what that would look like. From here, if it got rejected from this level, just above the 100-day moving average, or looking to fill that gap, 7% move, 14-to-1 risk to reward ratio. We like that. Let's save that. Okay, so that's that one saved. Okay, let's go and look at ARC. ARC, absolutely steaming ahead. We did say that 32, this area here is the buy zone. This green area here was a buy zone for a long-term buy. But again, expecting it to get battered one last time. I think this, I think, ARC. Yeah, ARC has just been getting demolished. But not because of fundamental reasons. ARC has been getting demolished just because anything in tech has been getting demolished. But I think this is the final pounding. Because if we look at the S&P, I think I've already marked in here where I expected the S&P to go down to. I expected it to go down to here. This blue zone is actually where I've expected it to go down to.
No, that's crazy.
No, it's realistic. That's what I'm thinking.
Why?
Because that's where it should be.
No, it shouldn't.
Yeah, it should, because the S&P is completely overvalued. Completely overvalued. So I'm expecting it to go down to there, hopefully here. If it goes down to here, then we will be bullish and the markets will slowly start going up for the next 4 to 5 years. If we go to just here,
people would be
destroyed.
Yeah,
I know. However, if we go down to here, which is, well, not too many people would be destroyed because, again, if you look at it, if we came down to these levels, that would be 2017 prices, 2018 prices, 2020 prices. So it's not that bad. It would just mean that loads of the people that made money during lockdown, all that money has been taken away from them. So if people that made money during lockdown didn't take profits, then yeah, they'd be getting destroyed.
Okay.
But apart from that, I'm expecting, so that would be from the high, 40% move if we came down to there.
Wow.
If we came down to here, 49%.
Then they would say it's a recession.
Then they would finally say it's a recession. Yeah. At long last, they would finally admit maybe we are in a recession. But let's see what happens with that. That's just what I think is capable of happening. Which would mean that crypto will probably go down further, which we can see this green dotted line was my main buy area for crypto. So we're now getting into what I'm classing as getting into the true value area of crypto. So we haven't actually fully broken below this support that's here. I think this green dotted line is actually the monthly. Is it? No, it's not monthly average. So yeah, this is the main area, but we can see, look at that 200 moving average on the total crypto market. It's just acting like a lid. It's just not letting it go past it. So it's just waiting for its opportunity to break out of that on that one, on the weekly. But again, if you look at this RSI, look how consistently low that's been. It cannot maintain that.
Since when?
So this has been like this since May.
What?
So this shows me this is clear institutional buying. That's what that is.
Everyone's buying.
That is institutions buying like crazy. But we have to remember the way institutions buy. They buy in dribs and drabs. They wouldn't buy like retail. So I think right now that's what's happening here. Loads of FUD and scariness in the market with the FTX thing, with everything else. And then, yeah. And then when they want to get out, that's when the bull run will happen, which will probably be, I'm saying after next April, after the next quadruple wedging. So that's the total crypto market. When we look at it, let's look at the altcoin space. So again, this green line is the buying zone, the 200 moving average area there as well. Again, if you look at this RSI level, it's just been bad. This, however, has dipped below this 320 mark, which is interesting. So this would suggest, okay, this is crazy. How far down do you reckon I think that the alts can get to? Do you want to see where I think it can get down to?
You're gonna say like here.
Yeah. This is where I think the alts could get down to. This,
pretty much.
If the alts go below this, that is when I'm worried. If it doesn't go below that, I'm not worried. This is what I'm expecting. Because the markets should drop 82% plus, between 82 and 86% for the bottom to be in. Let's find out how much of a drop that is so far. 68.
So where would 80?
84, 82
So you
is
reckon
around
it's
here.
gonna go around there? No, I can't.
90 would be here.
That's extreme. It's like ridiculous.
I think it would be extreme though, because it needs to be extreme, because there's now 22,000 altcoins, whereas before there was like 1,000. So it wouldn't drop as much. So that's where I'm expecting. And I think that's fair. A fair valuation for all altcoins that exist right now. 106 billion, that's probably how much they're all worth. Polkadot, Ethereum, Polkadot, Engine, Solana, all of these alts, if you put them all together, that's how much they should be worth, in my opinion. Not 1.1 trillion. Like they
Is
were.
it 1.1? No, it's not.
The high was.
Well, they were like more than.
Yeah, the high was 1.1 trillion. It's crazy. So Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Bitcoin.
Whoa. I think you need to take away some of your lines. What the hell?
My Bitcoin analysis has been very accurate since October, all the way. This TA has proved me very well. But we'll get rid of the moving averages.
And some of your.
My fibs over here.
Like, how have you got? You can't see what's going on because of the amount of lines.
Okay. It's because I was looking at this all the way down to the minute time frame. Do you remember I was trying to trade? I was trying to trade Bitcoin on the minute time frame like a crackhead. Okay, so whoever traded this down, boy,
Good trade.
That was a good trade for you. You are making racks. However, most people probably didn't do that. I didn't. I wish I did. Don't think I've got any shorts on this. But there was a nice support, came back up, just dropped back down. So realistically, it hasn't actually dropped back down to a new low, Bitcoin. So my area for Bitcoin was 12K.
You're going to scare people.
What, 12K Bitcoin?
Yeah.
No, that's
it's not far off, to be fair.
I've been saying 12K Bitcoin for ages. 12K or 8K?
8.
8 is the lowest. I've been calling for that since October. There's definitely video evidence of me saying 12K Bitcoin. So 77. So look, it's because, look, 82% is 12K. So that's where it should go to. And then if you look at the fib level is here. at 83%, which is probably more accurate. So 11,289. That's the level. And when it gets there, what's going to happen? Most people are going to shit their pants. And look, there's a double order block here at 86% at 9,000. So just above. So yeah, 8,775.
I can't see the order block because of all the bits that you've got.
You see it there, the blue line.
Oh,
So I'm gonna put this there. So that's my buying area for Bitcoin.
yeah. Between them two big green lines.
Yep. Just above and below here.
Okay.
People said I was crazy when I said Bitcoin could get down to 12K. I was saying Bitcoin was going to get down to 12K when we hit here, when we hit this support here, when we was at 25. But yeah. Where are we now? Probably get a bit of a rally up from here because you can see there's a nice bit of a support going on. And there's an order block there. So probably going to get a bounce up from here to 18 and then come back down. Because look how, oh wait, I've got to run a short on that. Look at this. Look how beautiful that would be. Run that play. Oh. Yeah, at least to there. What do you reckon? 11% down on Bitcoin. But that could be even more bloody. That could go from there. I think I might do this on a really small lot size.
Okay.
Yeah. The bullishness of the market for the next 2 or 3 days. And then if the stock market and Dow came down and everything came down, this would just go like that. 42 to 1 was the reward. Yeah, boy. Okay, so ETH. Very interesting on Ethereum. So that's the hourly. We don't want to do that first. We want to do the weekly. So we can see I do have a long on Ethereum from 16 to 35. No, not 35, 3,500. So here was my worry zones previously. So we can see these are nice supports here. This is when I thought it was going to be bullish and was going to get this breakout of this trend. But we did get the breakout out of the trend, but it was a fake one. Look, it was like, yeah, no. Which we saw all over the markets. So now from here, I should have known from this fit. It was just really weird. The reason I didn't trade that much here is because I couldn't tell what it was going to do. If it was going to go, there was no like price action to confirm. It wasn't clear if it was going to go here and then bounce off the trend line and then go back up. So I think when we go to the daily, oh no, look at this weird thing. It was just weird. Like ETH was just a nightmare to trade. So that's those. So let's go and have a look. Yep, that's the one everyone wants to see. It's crypto.com. So
what actually happened to them?
Somewhat about them transferring a large amount of money, and now everyone's 35% down.
No.
Oh,
fuck! Everyone's taking money out. Oh, that's annoying.
But is it at an all-time low? Let's see. No, it's back at this support line. Mad. Oh my days. Look at that.
When was that? 21.
Yeah. It's literally back. When did we enter? 20. No, yeah, we entered here because this is the blue arrow. It's back at the prices we entered at.
Good job we took our profits and moved them around.
Oh my God, look at that support line. And look at the stack of order blocks there here. So this is my worry zone here. Let me put that one in red so I know that that's when I need to be worried. Till then, it's just crypto. I know people are like, how can you say that? Well, it's crypto. This is the way it behaves. So from the top, what will that be? Is a drawdown. Ooh, okay, yeah, fair enough. 95% down, nothing.
Yeah, but it's done that because of what they've. It's not
Pumped
because
in.
of the market. It's because of
the
what
attack
they've
on it.
been doing.
But when you look at it overall, like, is that bad of a deal? Like when you think about it, if the price of it during lockdown was here and it's here now, it's just getting rid of all the lockdown gains. Like I said, I've been saying for ages, all these lockdown gains would get wiped. So we'd come back down to here. So the last time someone bought here, they would have been 43x up. So if you didn't take your profits after 43x, like, I'm not going to say you deserve it because I've been in trouble for saying people deserve
to lose the money. You said that, and people are not happy.
Yes. So let's look at the big fib on this. No, I think I did that wrong. Yeah, never mind. Let's see if we can get the big auto retracement on this. Let's hit them big levels. Okay. Right, so crypto.com, I'm actually not that worried. I know that sounds absolutely crazy for people that were getting into crypto.com at 1.2 to see it down at 0.05.
What's the price of it now?
5 cents.
Wow.
So people would be like, oh my God, it's a scam, it's over. Well, I'm just like, But everything else isn't that bad. If you look at it. No, nothing else is actually that bad. Ape is actually doing okay. Well, no. Well, if you compare it to this, yes, you compare it in general now. Polkadot's only down 1%. Polkadot is refusing to go to $2. Refusing. It's just staying around this $5 mark.
Was at like 25.
And I do think, and I'm going to say it again, as you can see, I think it's going to get to 25. I think it's going to get to 40. And I definitely think it's going to get to 96. My all-time take profit, 212. We'll see. This is going to be a great recording one day in the future. In Polkadot's 212.
Polkadot.
Okay. So let's go to what I'm currently looking at. So this is my current watch list, trades that I'm doing at the moment. So we don't need to look at S&P because we've done that. We don't need to do Dow. We don't need to do that. However, the FTSE, there is a big play coming on the FTSE with this. So I'm waiting for this to come back down, which is started doing now. To hit here, bam, trade it all the way down to there. So obviously if the Dow and everything does fall down this week, I'm going to cash in on this. Gold. So I had a really good trade on gold earlier in the week. When was that spike up? Was it this spike up? was in Poland, and it was in
That's on
Poland
the
then.
daily.
Was it on the hourly? I had it. Oh, it's not sure. Maybe I removed it. Anyway, gold has been good for me. Some good trades on gold. Oh yeah, all my TA's not there. Look, because the RSI has gone as well. Oh, and gold has gone above the 200-day moving average, which definitely isn't good for the markets. Interesting. Basically, everything is suggesting the markets are due to go down further. But I think it's the last week of everything bleeding.
What's the red dots at the bottom?
This is earnings. Well, not earnings, but like financial
News.
Yeah. Oh, really
So
want to
is
see
it
the
because of the
RSI.
price?
Yeah.
Can you see the RSI?
It just keeps disappearing every now and again. And then it'll bring two.
Slightly overinflated.
Yeah, gold needs to pull back actually. Yeah, maybe I might short gold. I don't know. Because if the market's going down.
If you're not sure,
No,
just go for it.
no. Because remember, they weren't quite ready to go down. Remember, they needed to like breathe a little bit. So that would be gold pulling back a little bit and then shooting back up.
Mm.
So what would that look like on the hourly? That would look like okay, so 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we'll pull back to about here. Let me just see. Boom. Hmm. Just put this short on here. I might do it tomorrow morning, you know. It's going against the trend of the market, but I'm not actually going to do that one. That one's just one that I'm thinking about. The one I definitely want to do though. Okay. So Apple, because if Apple's down, boy, the market's gonna get mad. Oh, look at that. Surprise, surprise. Look at all this resistance levels above Apple.
Mm.
And 100 and 200. So yeah, everything is showing we're gonna go up for literally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, bloodbath. Okay, let me get my Apple short lined up. Short position on Apple. Just above. Well, if it breaks past the 200 moving average, there's no point in bringing it anyway. Then down. 8%. Down 11%. Let's see that one. It's a bit extreme. I'll just run it out. Doge. You know, Visa. Resting nicely above the 200 now. Oh, hello. What we're just seeing here. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, it's a nice one. It's a nice one. Oh. I'm gonna go Visa. There's definitely a trade on that. What else was there a trade on? No, not that. On the Dow. Yeah, there's one on there. The FTSE. One on there. US, no. Gold. Yeah, one on there. Apple. IBM. No. Amazon. So this trade has been good to us. Nice, nice, nice. To fill that gap. So you just need that one to fill. And that would time perfectly if we filled this gap today, tomorrow, and then boom, straight rejection. So might be able to do a bit of a seesaw with this one. So we could get this straight off this. Yeah, if it goes past that, fair play. I doubt it will. Cool. Microsoft, been looking at. Again, filled that gap nicely for us. Boom. I wanted this trade, but that's probably not going to happen. Remove this. Remove this. Oh, already got my shorts in there on Microsoft. It's come down to 196. And if Apple goes, Microsoft to go. Why am I convinced that it's coming back? Because look at that gap. Might as well flip it from the other side now, isn't it? Let me get this back up. Here. Amazon back up here. So the flip reverse of this would be we get rejected here. So you know what? Might as well go into the next trade. And just reduce the lot size. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, let me save that one as well. Play. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect to hit that. Oh, these are shaping up so nice. Boom, minimal risk. Down to this spot. Nice and easy. Again, let's see how it plays out. Cardano. Yeah, it was bullish on that, but didn't quite get what we wanted. That's probably the move. We've seen that now, that rejection. Yeah. Go weekly on Cardano. Yeah, I can see it now. Look at that. Boom, boom. Oh, it's so obvious. I hate when it's obvious after. Always obvious in hindsight, eh? Hindsight, what bitch. So what I think is going to happen is these cryptos won't bleed out as much as the stocks. So I had an XRP alert go off. Oh, is this because my short trade's been triggered? Oh, no, 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 no. It's just this area here, isn't it? This is an interesting buy zone. It's super low RSI. So I would expect some random activity from XRP in the next 24 hours just to throw everybody off and throw everyone into make sure everyone's still in crypto. Let's see what happens with that one. Well, my meta trade hasn't gone nicely this short. However, I definitely mentioned going super long on meta from when it was at 88. However, like an idiot, my buy price was below 88. Can't wait for that to come back down. However, do I think it's going to come back down? Yes, because look at these gaps. So am I bothered? Yeah. I'm actually in a long trade on them right now as we speak. So something did trigger, but it's just not on here. Because look at these RSIs, look at that support. It was fairly obvious. But what I'm expecting now is continuation of meta to here. And this is where I'm going to take meta to the bank. So it does this play. Oh yeah, come to daddy. That's the one I want. And then what I make from this trade, I'm going to invest into meta stock at that price. DraftKings, Netflix, still not too sure about that one. Twilio, yeah, we said this again is probably going to be my long-term investment one because it just looks really good. The earnings are insane on this one. Just getting battered though. Yeah. Only problem with Twilio is if we go below 20. Don't think we will, but if you can get Twilio at 23, by God, his all-time high was 449. Basically getting IPO prices. Mad. Absolutely mad. For a company to be down that much when its earnings look like this is fascinating to me. Yeah, okay, net isn't that great, but revenue is and balance sheet is insane. Look at this balance sheet, 12 to 2. The hell? This revenue, crazy. But what do I know? So yeah, that's my kind of final take on that. Hope you enjoyed.